guys, today I'm here with Mario, the owner, CEO, director, founder of Fireaway Pizza. How you doing?
Good, you?
Good. Thanks for coming in. So you're here for a couple of reasons. One, we're wrapping your car.
Yeah.
And two, we're going to sit down and talk about your journey, the pizza journey.
There's a lot to talk about.
Okay, let's talk about the car we've got here today. Rolls Royce Wraith.
Yeah.
Nice. It's in white.
Unfortunately.
What were you thinking?
To be honest, I was looking for a while for a black badge in reasonably good condition at a good price, and nothing was coming up, and then this one came up and I took it. I mean, I knew I was going to change the colour from the moment I saw it, so I thought, yeah, I'll grab it and then bring it to Mr. Yanni, do the magic.
Okay, so that's one car. You've got a few cars.
Yeah.
What else do you have?
An electric one. I know you're not going to be a fan of that, a Tesla.
Tesla Model X?
Yeah, it does the job. It wrapped it as well. It does the job. It's a nice car. And then I got a Urus.
Okay.
Orange Urus.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking. We're talking Urus. We're talking Urus. So the Tesla Model X. Okay, cool, makes sense. I notice when you pull up in the Tesla, you sit in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More space in the back. From London to here to Milton Keynes is a bit of a mission, so it's a lot of travelling. So I just work in the back. Yeah.
Obviously, for people at home, the car's not driving itself, is it?
No.
You got a driver.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust it if it drives itself.
It's not up to that level yet.
Nah, not yet.
Are you a car guy?
I'd say I'm a car guy, but I wouldn't have like a fleet of cars. I'm good with a sports car, a Urus, and like a classic, comfortable car, like the one we got here today.
The boat.
The Wraith.
The
Yeah.
luxury.
So I'm good now. I think them two, I'm more than happy.
Let's talk business.
So I opened a pizza shop 6.5, 7 years ago near my house in South London. Now we've got 160 stores across the country. We've got stores in Dubai, Portugal and Turkey and Amsterdam. And yeah, things have gone well in a short space of time.
Wow, you just said it so you just opened like 160 odd stores. It's a crazy journey, let's be honest. And in 6.5 years to have that amount of stores, how is that possible?
To be honest, it's gone so quick. I haven't really had time to stop and think how it's possible. But I mean, it's been difficult. It's been stressful, a mixture of different feelings. Even now, things are still moving at such a pace that you don't really have that much time to stop and think. Obviously, you do like occasionally, but sometimes you don't take it all in.
So what did you do before this?
So I worked in Nando's.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
Were you
fun.
cooking?
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, on a grill all day.
Can you cook?
Depends if you want to eat it or not.
So you don't make the pizzas then?
Nah. I'd say I'm definitely a big food person, passionate about food. Worked as a charity fundraiser.
Okay.
A couple other little jobs here and there, but I just never really found anything that I was, passionate about. And I think if you're going to do something long term, you need to be passionate about it.
Growing up, what was your relationship with money like? Did you have money?
Didn't have money growing up until I went out and got it. So like from a family point of view, we didn't really have money, like 7 people, 7 of us living in a 3-bed house in Mitcham. But we didn't really need money, we'd get stuff from like the car boot sale. But at the time I thought it was normal because everyone around me was doing the same thing. So it wasn't as if I was out of the ordinary or below the average, but we didn't really need it apart from a few quid to go to the chicken shop and maybe like to buy a new t-shirt here and there. You didn't really need it. It's not like today where everything's like in your face on social media.
What I want to try and understand is you're in a market that is flooded. We got Domino's, we got Pizza Hut, we got Pizza Express, we've got, you name it, they're everywhere, yeah? How have you managed to come into a market that is flooded and still open a zillion shops? What's your USP? Why are you different? Why have you managed to pull this off?
I'm not going to say it was easy, but I think you have to come with something different. You have to, it can be a simple product. It doesn't have to be a complicated out of this world product, regardless what business you're in. But as long as you add a twist to it, as long as you make it stand out from the competition, I don't think there's no reason why it shouldn't succeed. And I think in our specific business, from the branding, the look, to the product quality, to the price point, to the a bit of everything. You need to be with the times. You need to add a twist to the business that you have. And I think if you can stand out from the competition, there's no reason why you won't succeed.
Do you believe there's room for another pizza company?
Yeah, it might mean knocking someone out, but that's life, isn't it? That's business. I think there's always room as long as you come with something different, because I think that happens with most businesses. New ones come, certain ones survive and certain ones drop off, as you're seeing like right now with a couple of the competition closing, 40, 50 stores. I don't want to mention the name, but it's not easy. Food is not an easy business at all.
Do you franchise the business out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got a couple head office owned stores, but the rest are franchised.
Do you mind me asking how much a franchise would cost?
About 150 grand.
And what do you get for that?
You get the shop, you get the design, you get the equipment, you get the training, everything to get you up and running basically.
Okay. And then they order everything from you?
Yeah.
And then obviously you make a percentage?
Yeah.
You touched on social media. How important is social media to you? And also, I've seen a couple of stunts you've done online. So let's start with how important is social media to you?
Yeah, I think in this day and age, it's very important. I think it can make or break you, and I think you need to invest a certain amount of time, certain amount of money in social media because everyone's on their phones these days, as you know, and that is your direct route to your customer. So I think it's important in one word.
When I said to you a couple of stunts, your sort of eyes lit up. Let's talk about a couple of them. Let's talk about the car getting lifted in Knightsbridge.
Oh yeah, that one. I wasn't thinking of that one, but yeah.
So people that don't know, tell them that story.
We were doing a franchise show in London Olympia in West London, and I parked the car outside.
What car was it?
The Urus, and it had the branding along the side. And at the time, I think it was a double yellow line, but it was a Saturday, and I thought it'd be all right. I thought I might get a ticket. And when
you were leaving it there for?
Yeah, I was leaving it there to run into the exhibition. To check on the guys, how they were doing, and then coming back out. And then some guy ran in about 5 minutes after me and said, they're lifting your car. I thought he was joking at first. Anyway, I ran outside and the car was in the air dangling on one of the council trucks. And the amount of people that were recording, and I thought, I'm not going to go over there and start arguing with the guy in front of like all these cameras. Yeah, they took it to local pound. I had it back out within an hour and a £200 fine. But the next thing you know, social media was going mad. A few of the blog pages shared it, and the amount of people that saw it, and it cost me about £200.
So let's be real. When I see that, I see the big Fireaway down the side of the car. I'm like, that's set up and that's planned. Don't tell me that was just a coincidence that you went into the shop and then you came out and, oh wow, they've lifted my car.
And that's the story that we're running with.
And we're sticking to,
but
yeah?
the council, they took it, before they took it to the pound, they took it on a tour pretty much of the local area. So not only was it lifted, but it was driven on the back of a flatbed truck in the traffic around West London for an hour. So it was kind of them. It's the first. It's not usual that the council is kind to you, but yeah, we was grateful for that. It worked well. It worked out well.
It was worth it, £200.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, so give me the other one.
The other one, we got our mate DMO to deliver some pizzas in a tank for us to Domino's in central London.
You're hearing this?
So that worked out well. They was in shock. They accepted the pizza. The guy working in there, he accepted the pizza quite rightly, but that was good. There was one in Holloway Road when the shop was under construction. We decided to leave some basil plants in the inside window with some lights above them, and
so it looked like a grow.
Someone called the police. They thought there was a cannabis grow in there, so that created some attention.
And obviously you use basil for the pizzas.
Yeah, we use fresh basil, so obviously it makes sense.
Who's the mastermind behind those ideas?
Honestly, me, because I enjoy not causing trouble, but
being disruptive.
Yeah, being disruptive, that's the word. I enjoy being disruptive. So if you can incorporate that into your business, happy days.
Do you think you can go too far
100%.
with social media?
I think you need to be careful, because if you cross the line, the effect and the response can be just as powerful in the wrong direction. I know some people say any publicity is good publicity, but I think there is a line that if you cross, it can have a negative effect on you. So I think you do have to be careful. You can't just go all out crazy.
So speaking of promo, we've also partnered up with Fireaway Pizza to give away 50% off when you order a pizza box. But you know what? You've got it there anyway. So head over to Yiannimize comps, use the code PIZZA50 and get 50% off. But also order the pizza as well. It is nice. Let's talk money, and let's be real. You've got X amount of shops. You've absolutely smashed it in the last 6.5 years. You're obviously a multi-millionaire now. How does it feel being able to see loads of money in your account, knowing that you've achieved something in life, and you can pretty much go and buy what you want.
I think up to a certain point and up to a certain amount of money, it's, you know, amazing, and it's because it's new to you. It's not something that you were born into. It's not something that you're used to. So obviously that effect that it has on you is very strong, outstanding. But then it gets to a point where it's no longer about the money, and it's about building a brand, building something that's going to be around longer than you, you know, long time after me and you are gone. That's what it becomes about, and the people that you meet and the places that you visit. If it was just about money, if someone said, you got this amazing business, but you have to stay in this room on a computer for the next 10 years, and you wouldn't do it, because it is about getting out there and meeting people and enjoying the experience. It's not only about, you know, numbers in the bank, like going up, in my opinion. And people obviously treat you differently. So I think, yeah, the money is good, don't get me wrong, and it's changed my life, but it's not just about that. But I suppose it's easy for someone to say that once they got the money. Yeah.
Is it more money, more problems though?
Maybe. No, I would, if I'm honest, I'd say no.
No?
No, I'd say money helps with a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And even having a successful business, regardless of how much money it makes, even having a big brand, that comes with its own problems. I think everything comes with its own problems. I think if we're honest, money does help with a lot of things.
It's about freedom. It's not about the car you drive or how big your house
100%.
is. It's the fact that if you want to jump on a plane tomorrow.
You took the words out of my mouth. The amount of times that I felt, you know, close to the edge in terms of stressed and even in terms of like a mental breakdown. The fact that you can drive to the airport and in the airport book somewhere and just get away from it. Well, I'm not saying you should run away from your problems, but I'm saying the fact that you have that option helps massively.
When was the sweet point for you when you were like, you know what, this business is doing something now? I can see the potential. Because you're 6.5 years in, you said, yeah?
6.5 years in, maybe. I mean, the first year we had 3 stores. The second,
How is that even possible? So you open your first store.
Opened our first store, went very well. I was the cleaner, the manager, the delivery driver, everything except the chef.
Okay.
Which is probably why it was successful. And after 3 months, one of the regular customers came in and he said, would you consider franchising the business? He was going to go with one of our competitors at the time, and he saw us and he was a customer, and I said, yeah, if you want. And I let him open about 20 minutes.
So he franchised one from you.
Yeah.
So he paid for it all?
Yeah, he paid for it all.
Okay.
And to be honest, I didn't really think about franchising. I was happy with one independent store making money. So the fact that he brought the idea to us and said, would you consider franchising it? And I let him franchise it. I don't even think I charged him anything. I was just happy that someone else wanted to use the name. And
has he still got it to this day, by the way?
Yeah, he's got 3 stores now.
Okay.
Yeah, nice
You
guy.
paid for the other 2?
Yeah. He's a good guy. His name's Talit, Pakistani guy, really nice guy. And his shops were making more money than me. The second shop was making more money than me. That was in Streatham.
Is that due to location?
Could be. Yeah, could be.
Or he just managed it better?
Well, that could be that as well.
Okay.
But
at least you're humble enough to accept, you know what, people, you might be the owner, but
100%. It would never be where it is today if it wasn't for all these franchisees, hardworking people from different backgrounds, you know, different cultures, different experiences. It's sort of my name above the door, but it's their business. So when he opened and he came to me and said, will you franchise? That's when I thought, oh, maybe this has got something good. And the second time would be going back to monetary values, probably when we hit £1 million in the bank account.
It's nice,
Sent a picture to my mum, and yeah, I think she sent a smiley face emoji. I mean, my mum's not really impressed by the material things, which is good. And I think she was just happy for me that the business was doing well, but it wasn't, sometimes not the reaction that you think. Like for you, it's like a wow. And then for other people, like I said, everyone's different. They've got different mentalities. And I think my mum's impressed by more sentimental things than, you know, having £1 million in the bank. For me, it was a milestone, and I never thought I would get there. So yeah, I mean, I bought my mum a house, so that was probably a better point of my journey than sending her a picture of making £1 million. But like I said, different points of the journey, and that will stand out, and that was one of them, just because, you know, everyone wants to make £1 million.
Yeah. For me, when I had that picture as well, I screenshotted it like you do, and I was like, wow. And then a few minutes later, I was like, okay, now what?
Back to the job, yeah.
Do you know what it is? It's for a split second. People think, oh, it's going to be amazing. And then before you blink, that million's gone down to 990. Because obviously money's coming in and money's going, it does that.
You think like confetti is going to fall out the sky and it's not that at all. It's not.
It's not that, is it? It's you and your own thing, and you're like, Okay, and it's not like you can start ringing people, man, I got $1 million.
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
can't,
you've
you
got to
can't.
take that into yourself and
Yeah.
only tell your nearest and dearest. It's not like a...
You know what I think it is? I think people assume that a big house, £1 million in the bank, nice cars is, you know, the goal and the success is going to bring happiness. And people told me, even on when I first started, trust me, that's not the happiness, and don't focus on that, focus on the business. That will come, but don't focus on that. But when you haven't got money and you come from nothing,
Yeah.
you always think you can't, no one can tell you to take that out of your head. So when people ask me, I say, look, that's not going to bring you happiness. And I can guarantee it because I've been there. However, I know you're not going to believe it because I didn't believe it when people told me. So if that's your goal, to get a big house, nice cars and £1 million in the bank, do it as quick as possible.
Yeah, and
so then you'll have more time to spend realizing that wasn't it. If you spend your whole life and you're in your 50, 60, you finally get that. And then you realize, then you're going to be, you know, pissed off. So I'd say if that's your goal, get it as quick as possible so that you can realize as quick as possible that that's not the answer to happiness. The answer to happiness is the people around you and the experiences.
Right, time
Moment
to
of
see
truth.
the car. So obviously, guys, it was white. It looked okay in white, like a wedding car.
Not really.
No? You weren't feeling it at all.
Not at all.
This now looks like a totally different animal.
Yeah.
You ready for it?
Moment of truth. I'm ready.
Tevi, let's reveal.
Jesus. Oh my God. Are you sure it's the same car?
He's gone straight to the orange pinstripe.
Smashed it. No.
That was a nice touch.
Smashed it. Smashed it.
Instantly, like, you don't even have to look, just instantly, isn't it?
It's totally different, isn't it? It don't look like the same car.
So just so you know what we've done, obviously, we've done the lower half in gloss black. We've done the front all the way over the top in satin black. And we've run the orange pinstripe down either side, exactly like original from like a Rolls Royce or a Ghost. Same, it's got the finish and everything. It's got your plate on it.
Smashed it. I'm still in shock. It don't look like the same car. It don't look like the same car at all.
Right, so that is the end of this video. Mario, first of all, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming down. Thank you for having your car wrapped.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're happy with that.
More than happy.
If you want to know more about Mario, all his details in the description, all his socials and stuff. But as I said, he's got a cool story and there were some great questions, weren't they? I know you enjoyed them. We'll see you soon. Take care, guys.